Hello. Hi. This video I'm making for to cover two different topics as requested by my new subscribers. The first one is that highs and lows. How do I mark these highs and lows? And the second one is the setup. How the setup look like, and what to do with it, and how to take it. So let's get it started. Let's get it started. All right. So I think first one was like for Mr. Patel that how and I take these highs and lows. So now I'm gonna use this euro yen pair for both reasons. Okay. And now you can see that this is a weekly chart, weekly euro yen, right? And you see obvious highs and lows when you see these. Yeah, I just marked them. Why? Because I'm going to just show you in a little bit that how these numbers react. And you cannot see here in this chart. You really don't know if you're getting the entries and how you're getting the entries around these numbers. But these numbers are the key in this market or any other market. Weekly highs and lows, and obviously monthly highs and lows are also weekly highs and lows. So I'm talking about weekly, right? So let's say, for example, month start, month beginning is also a week beginning. Month ending is also a week ending, right? So the same thing basically. So weekly is very, very important. These now look at these highs and lows that I have. So this is the high, this is the low, but in between all these small candles, they don't hold that much weight. Okay, the only is like a swing high, swing low. You can obviously see. Like not, I'm not marking this because this high is actually reacting to this one or this one, right? So this is reacted to this one. So this is important, and this one basically is for this one. So if you can see here, see that? So main is like clear highs and clear lows. Those are the one that you want to mark, and right in front of you, and then you watch these numbers on the smaller time frame. Now I am using 40-minute and 20-minute chart using Renko candles and mixing with something else. But if you're using 5-minute chart, regular candlestick formation, that's fine as well. Whatever the system you use, but you use these highs and lows accordingly. Okay, so now what you do is that on a smaller time frame, always make an entry from the smaller time frame after a little pullback, maybe like 15-minute or an hour time frame. Okay, 5-minute I would not recommend. A lot of people use it, but it is too wobbly and too much chaos in there, too much noise, or what we call, and your SL is gonna get hit. And not only that, but also this highs and lows, and then in between them, you can always look for some harmonic patterns. So basically, harmonic patterns are also the like Elliott wave count. So Fibonacci calculation, most simple says saying Fibonacci calculation. Use Fibonacci calculation and these highs and lows and confluence of both. Okay, that would make it very powerful. Obviously, trend line channels, yeah, other studies, yeah, that's fine. But highs and lows with the help of Fibonacci tool, that is the most powerful combination and easy combination. Right? So let's get started, and then I'm going to show you. So Patel, hopefully that you understand that how you need to in any chart. You open any chart, for example, USD yen here. Okay, weekly chart. You see highs, low, high, low. Now this one I should mark, but it is too far away from the price right now. So I'm not worrying about that. Okay, I'm not worrying about that too much. So let it happen. Like these. You see, these are the next one. See this number now. I have an order here that which I didn't close today, right? And I'm sitting on a break even, and then TP is right there to these highs. So let's go. But the thing is that the first we have TL here, so we might hit the TL and whatever. So I'm gonna make another video about yen index and yen pairs because they are going up now. Okay, I was expecting down, but they're going up. So regardless, now, for example, now pound. If you look at the pound yen, and well, go back. If I show you too much, then you're gonna get confused, all right? So stick to this euro yen chart because I have seen something very good. So I'm going to explain that. So a weekly chart you already saw, right? Highs and lows. These are the highs and lows. You mark and you have these numbers, right? Now, what happened today? And for example, the price is right there, right? This is the price here, and then it's very close. So see this low here. It's very important. Even though I forgot to mark, I forgot. It's not that it's not important, but I simply forgot the high and low. Some of those that I did mark. This one is low and it is 26.62. So you should mark that 26.62 as well. Okay. So let's go and take a 26.62, right? 26.62. So just mark these numbers like that. Now this one we need to mark that as well. Okay. So just keep doing it. Now this one, it's a lot of them are missing, but if you know this obvious one, like for example, these two are big numbers, be clear obvious one, right? 24.88, 24.61. This is powerful, 24.09, 23.71, right? This is the one. And then this 22.81. So this is where the price was messing around, right? So now let's go take a look at the 40-minute or 20-minute chart, that what the magic happened there. Excuse me. So we're gonna go and watch a 20-minute chart. 20-minute chart is this. Okay, you can see this as I say sell here. When was it? Did I take it? Yeah, probably, right? Okay, and then notice that these lines are there, right? Now I just showed you 24.61. This is the line. I draw here and I write that the number, the level number, right? From weekly chart. Similarly, this line is 24.88. Now, you know what this line is? It's 24.09. Where is it? 24.09. And why do I have it here? 24.09. If you look at that, 24.88. So 24.09. Okay, so this is the one. Right? It's a big number, right? So after a big move, and then we start dropping, right? So 24.09, and then just next to it we have like it's 23.71. So if you go back and then you see that this is 24.09 and this is 23.71. Sorry, was it 23.71? Yeah, 23.71, and then you have 22.81, right? So let's mark that too. 22.81 is just below that. Whoops. 22.81 is this, right? So this is the story going on. So you have these, and then excuse me, with the news. Okay, now these are the technical levels. For example, the idea is that if we go above this level, for example, for some reason we have to go up. The reason comes from where? This chart give us the reason? No. This is just the levels that's showing that where we are, and if we move up, where we're gonna go, and if we go down, where we're gonna go. That's all it says. But the force, the power comes from news, fundies, that moves the market, right? And no one knows basically what will happen or what kind of news we're gonna get, right? So the idea is that okay, you stay ready around the news. When the news is about to happen, for example, euro yen, what concern, what kind of news? If USD news is there, do you concern about this pair? No. USD, it might, move this pair a little bit, but USD is going to move USD pair, right? USD going to get either weaker or stronger, and then all the pair that involve USD will be affected. Not this. But when you have euro news coming in, or you see a news schedule for yen in Asian session, then you start looking for a pair like this. If yen news is there, then you look for USD yen, euro yen, Aussie yen, pound yen, CAD yen, New Zealand yen, right? Those pairs, whichever you like among them, you start watching them. for for a reason to make an entry either up or down. You don't know at this moment before the news. You will know after the news. So, for example, you were going up and up, and then you break the level and you stay here, and all of a sudden the news comes, so that you see that you start to have a red candle, and as it is, it's a short setup, right? Because you are below this red line. I'll tell you what is the setup. But this is a short scenario already, and then you are at the level, which is powerful level 24.88. And then when the news comes, this pair start to come down. Either you can make an entry right there, or you can take this entry here. Simple as that, right? This is almost there, touching this, second red line. It's perfectly fine. And then it goes down. And then where does it go? And stopped at 23.71, we just saw. Then it goes up to the next level, kind of breaking in, poking into it, and then coming down and making a higher low with indicators all the way down. That is a sign that is going probably up, because it's making a higher low and indicators all the way down. And then you have a couple of red, blue candle, then you can open a trade, knowing that this is the expected area of bouncing. Okay. Then you can see that we went up again above this area, which is 2409, which is a big number. And now we're going above. That means we are disregarding it and going up. Then we come back and then find a support here and then start to go up again. So that's clear sign that we are going to the upside to the next level. Where is the next level? The next level is 2461. We hit 2461. Then we drop again, higher low, indicator all the way down. This is a perfect entry right there. Higher low. Okay. And now this is also the perfect buy the book, because now this yellow line is above this thin black line. These are the very key lines here, right? So when you're expecting a bounce, for example, the news comes out, either yen bad news or euro good news, and this pair start to move up, then you have this entry here where this indicator is all the way down, and then the price basically is above the wave. See, it went above right here, and then in finding support at the wave, right? Here. Now this one, clearly you're gonna take it because indicator is all the way down, finding support, blue candles coming in, and then you take the trade. Simple as that. Then again, if you miss this one, then you find another entry. Why? Because it hit this area again. This is a weekly number. Patel, watch these numbers. Very, very important. 24.88, and then again it dipped into the wave, making a long setup again. Right? And then it says buy here. That means I had taken it in the whenever the day was like April the 2nd. So I took this one all the way going to the upside. Then watch what happens. That it goes up and then it comes back to find support on the same number. And then today or yesterday, it gave a beautiful entry all the way, maybe 100, 150 pip. Okay, so these are the importance of these weekly highs and lows. Now, Balaji, you asked me that what is the setup? The setup, if you are new and if you are trying to be, like learning perfectly, then always take I call the two different kind of entries. This entry here, I would take it, but this is, I call a second degree entry, where you are going against the wave, means you are going into the wave, not coming out. The first degree, which is the powerful setup, is when the move is starting in one direction, swing is starting, and then you find a setup where the price retraces back into the wave and going away from the wave. And especially when, for bullish setup, the yellow has to be above this black line. For short setup, this yellow has to be below this black line. For example, right here, there was a short setup. This wasn't a setup, this one or this one, because this indicator is not all the way up, right? So this setup will do it. But this is the one, yeah, you can have a short setup here and then you make an entry. But what happened? When you make an entry here, the price moves up a little bit, maybe 15, 20 pip. You come and sit on a break even. It goes up and it takes you out with no loss whatsoever. Then you realize that it's a higher low, and the price make this side, it makes it a higher high, and then there's must be a reason that it's going to the upside, maybe the news. So now you change your scenario, and then you're going with the trend and says, okay, I will go up away from the wave when the price comes into the wave and go away. And that happened here, and that happened here, and that happened here, right? Here, here, then here, and then here. Notice here, if you had made an entry here, the price goes up here, you come and sit on a break even, it comes back. It didn't take you out here, right? SL wasn't hit. But if you move the SL to here, it will take out your SL, but it will give you again an entry, and you make an entry again. It goes up there and you come and sit on the break even, it comes back and take you out again. You make an entry here, it goes up a little bit, you are not at the your SL the break even, maybe you moved halfway with 10 pip loss, and it takes you out and you lost the 10 pip amount, right? So you just lost 10 pip here, but it's still bullish, and it's just a matter of timing. I'm not going to cover the timing right now. And you know, if you watch my other videos, that this was not the time to make an entry anyway. Okay, it's 1 o'clock when session is starting, so a very bad time. Asian session actually. So we only take entries in European session. So you will be safe there. But, you know, for the sake of, just for the argument here, that if you take an entry here, you probably will lose maybe 10, 12 pip. It will come down here. But what about here? If you take an entry here, look, maybe 150 pip, right? So if you understand the setup and this concept, right, you can take all these entries, but be safe. Always play by the rule. Use SL. If you don't use SL, you can never win this market. Doesn't matter if you use this system or any other system. Without using the SL, you will always lose. Guaranteed. I'm giving you guarantee for that. Okay. Because, maybe you will win 50 trades in a row, but one goes against you and it will take all the profit. It will wipe your account out. If it goes like just sometimes that some news comes out and then price moves like 200, 300 pip in one direction. And if you don't have SL, you're gone. Okay. So always use the SL, 25 pip, no more than that. And if you lose right away, if the price turns against you, as soon as you make an entry, all you're going to lose is 25, which if you make the right entry, you can always cover that. Okay. Now, let me show you that this was an entry that I'm showing you, the buy entry. Did I really had that entry? So let me go on my website, the Euro Yen, right? So Euro Yen category. And we're probably going to see that. See, this is the buy here. You see that? It was there. And here's my entry, SL move. See these lines here? These are right there. So this was my entry taken. And similarly, this is the short setup taken exactly the same way. Okay. And this one, I didn't take it. I just totally missed it because I was kind of busy somewhere else. I'm going to show you another one, that the one I took it. That's the one. Okay, this is the chart that, I saved it and I still have it. And see this one, you can easily see that my order is here, my SL is here. This was a sell, this was a buy, this was a buy here, right? Now, if I let me, okay. All right, okay. So let me go on my website here. All right. Okay, now you see this one, that was today's that I just showed you. Before that was this. See this buy here? My order is here, my entries are here. So this was the buy that you saw. Now this sell, you will see if I go a little bit back. See that sell here? That was a sell. The order is here. So these are the trades that I took it because of, the prices below the wave and then started to go up. This is where it gave me the entry, and probably I took it, but it didn't work out. So what? Who cares, right? Like I said, it moves up, moves down a little bit, and when it moves down, you move your SL with it. So the initial SL was 25 pip. It moves down a little bit. I probably came down to maybe halfway, 12 pip, 10 pip, 12 pip. It takes me out. Thank you very much. Gone. Okay, no problem. And then it wobbles here a little bit, and then it goes to, now I know that it is, for a news, because of the news or for some other reason, it is starting to go up. So now usually what happens is that if the prices start to move in one direction in the beginning of the day, most likely if there is no other news the same day, the price will continue moving in that direction. So I'm not interested in going long. So I'm gonna let it go. Even if give me a second entry, forget it, because it's against the trend. We are below this red line, right? And the MAs are aligned to the downside. So I will wait for a proper setup. Fibonacci sees 38% here. The drop, so always remember, always use the Fibonacci tool to see if your level is coming up or coinciding with some kind of Fibonacci level and the weekly highs and lows. That becomes very powerful. And then when you say in the right timing, then you see a setup that you take it, right? And obviously, then it's a lot of times you get a beautiful entry by, off of like this black, thick, black, white line. I mean, white line, this black line, and this red line. So be especially aware around these lines when the price get to this area, hit these lines, it react. So we got this entry here going up. We had the entry again, and yesterday we had an entry again, which I just showed you, right? This is the one right there. This is the entry all the way up more than 100 pip. So this is how the setup is, that you take Balaji, you take only practice only with the first degree first. Okay, when you master the first degree, then you go with the second degree. Second degree, you have to be very good with levels that or different kind of harmonic patterns and Elliott wave calculation. If you know that the Elliott wave, it's a third wave and it is hitting maybe, for example, 1.618, and it will probably gonna reverse, you close the trade. For example, if you pull this fib here, let me show you something. That if this is 1 and 2, usually the wave 3 goes to 1.618, right? All right, so now we are touching or we are very close to, see this 127. So if you see some powerful level here as well, 80.48. So are you going to hold this? No. Okay, so you probably want to close it. Now here, for example, this one, where'd it go? Oh, right there. If you take this and this, and then measure, if consider this is 1, ABC 2, then it goes to, again, from here is 127, from here is 127. So this is the area that you really want to close it, because that's you if you are in the trade, and then you close it and you wait for another one when you come back here. Now this is the area that you will take a second degree setup. Okay, if you are good enough and you are taking the first degree setup, which is this one and this one. And this was a second degree, right? Because we were below this and then going into the wave and then crossing it and then going above it and then coming down here into the wave and going away from the wave. Then becomes, this is the first degree, first degree, first degree. And then you're gonna have a first degree. But right now, if you ask me that if you want to be a good both side trader, that take the second degree as well when you are very away from the wave and a good distance, and then you hit a level with the confluence of Fibonacci, right? If you know a little bit of Elliott wave or harmonic pattern, so there's a trend line or channel hit or something, and then you see a reversal candle, yes, you can try that to go down. Like today, I sent a message on Telegram that pound yen went all the way up, and it may drop because of the profit taking. Okay, pound yen, and it did. And I had the trade, and I'll show it to you because that was a second degree short, which I did from the top after it was making a bad pattern kind of thing, and which is a third wave, Elliott wave. So it retraces for wave four, and it's up to you that you want to take it or not. Usually, I don't trade that, but today was Friday, and what happened is that a lot of people closed their shop on Friday, right? To close the trades, so it is like a profit-taking pullback. So a lot of trades getting closed. So if the move is big already, it retraces. Okay, it pulls back. And so that's, I just took the advantage of it. And it's not much, it's like 40, 50 pip, but good for Friday, right? So that's this is the setup, and this is how important these highs and lows are. You just go by, open it any weekly chart, and then start, mark those numbers, and then take those numbers, and not this one, not this one, not this one, excuse me, but very close by numbers. Draw those numbers on your 20-minute chart. This is 2662. So do I have that number here? 2662. We can see 2662 is 2690. And where's 2662? I don't know. Somehow I don't have it. It's 2662. Okay. And exactly there you have a reversal candle, right? So you should close the trade here. If you are long, you close it and you reverse it, because you see this a big move and you are way away from this red line. It will come back into it, just like, see, it is away from the red line, right, for much, and then hitting the area, and it goes in, right? Similarly here, away, and then it comes back. And now this one is a big one, and it was way away, right? So it will come back, right? So it will come back into the wave, maybe just to make a long setup again and then go up again. But for now, it will come back because it's hitting the area, very powerful area. We just saw 2662, good number, good short here. See, this is the one standing all along. So we hit that, and then we're going to be pulling down a little bit, maybe back to 2609 here. See this 2609? So you draw that number as well. 2609 is going to be 2609, right? Yeah, okay. So, very much 100% I would say that its possibility is that we're going to drop into this here. So you are right now 2662, and you're talking about 26 or 10, 62, that's 50 pip. Why waste them? Just go short here, but be careful. Always, open a trade and SL goes right above high or the low. If you open a trade here, the SL goes right here. If you open a trade here, after this reversal candle, one blue candle, you open a trade, you put your SL here. If it hits, let it hit. Do not move it at no cost. Don't move the SL, 20 pip SL. It doesn't matter if it hit 3 times, 4 times in a row. Find your mistake and fine tune the entry so that you don't just keep making entry. You have to be like right on time, around after the news, not around the news, after the news. Understand that both indexes like euro and yen, that this, for example, if you want to trade this pair, or for example you want to trade pound Aussie, right, my favorite pair. So what you do is that you have to keep an eye on the news for pound and news for Aussie, as well as the, if you have access to indexes, just watch what's happening to the indexes, which currency is getting strong, which is getting low, and the levels in chart should be ready. Once you have that, you can play around easily. Even on the cell phone, you can just watch these levels and you can draw this. I think I don't do trading on cell phone, but I think you can do that, right? So, but don't try to do like 10, 15, 20 pairs, because you're not gonna win. You have to become master of few pairs. Like I watch myself to trade mostly, which I just watch very, very closely, are pound Aussie, Euro Aussie, excuse me, and Euro Aussie, pound Aussie, pound USD, and pound yen, and the last pound USD. Okay, these are the pairs that I really watch all the time. Then the others are, I just go in and out, and I have my alarm EA right on. So when I see hear the alarm, then I just go and take a look, and if I feel like that, yeah, okay, it's a good setup, then I'll take it. For example, I did Aussie yen, right? Entry was yesterday or day before yesterday, and I finally closed it today. Was a good one, but that is not the pair that I always watching every single moment. So, but still, you if you're serving here, there, every now and then, and that's my job. So I do a lot of times, you check out, total market, thoroughly the whole market. So, I catch these pairs and the setups, and then trade opportunities. So I just open a trade, no big deal. Don't have to be full position. Sometimes I just, 4 mini, 5 mini. Okay, no problem. Let's go take a, just 25 pip risk, and it looks good. Take it. And then, more than 70, 80 pip, sorry, 70, 80 times, I'm right. So even if I'm like 30%, 20% or 30% wrong, it doesn't really matter, because when I'm wrong, it's only 25 pip. You are, maybe 2 or 3 times a day you are wrong, but two of those trades goes good, 100 pip each, that's 200 pip, right? Those pair I'm talking about, pound Aussie, Euro Aussie, pound yen, they move a lot. They move more than 100 pip. They easily give you 100 pip. So if you're wrong, it doesn't matter. Take the entry as long as that your analysis is good. Watch for the news, watch the area and the fib confluence, and take the trades exactly from those areas. And the setup is yellow line is above the black line. It's for long, and then indicators all the way down. Price is above these two MAs, and then coming into the wave. Like this one is beautiful long setup. This is the long one. This is the long one, right? But this is not long. This is short. The opposite. This is not even a setup. This is the setup, and it's short. We go back, you will see that it's a big move here, and then it was a short move, because see that beautiful short entry. I was see the sell here, that means I took this one. Was it sell? Yes, because it was keep going and hitting this yellow line and dropping this one here, and then third one, and obviously from the top it made the move to the downside. So, and there has to be a reason, like a news or something I was expecting. And then this here, beautiful move to the downside. We are below the wave now, going into the wave, lower high with indicator all the way up. Beautiful entry. Buy the book, all the way down, right? But after going away this much, you don't want to take this entry to the downside. You want to wait for a retracement. Okay, so that's how it is. So I tried, as much as possible, and I hope that it makes sense to you. And if not, let me know freely. Okay, if you don't understand still, just ask me a question. Whatever you don't understand, I'll make another video and I will try to explain and make you understand again and again and again until you will understand perfectly. Okay, so the first degree setup, the second degree setup, I would say that if you're new, first only take the first degree setup and then become master of it. Draw these lines and then these levels, because you have to do it. There is no such program, just buy sell with arrow and then you make money. You're not gonna find one. You're not gonna. The reason, it's a lot of people say, oh yeah, you charge for teaching. It takes time, and if I have to go on Skype and spend 5 hours, 6 hours, that is the time for my kids, right? And my family I can spend, right? So if I'm spending that time teaching someone, then obviously I'm gonna charge. So, and then people don't want to learn. That's a lot of people. It's like, man, this is this and this is that. This is too much. Just show me the setup that I can buy. That's not gonna work. They're only buy, sell, buy, sell. It's not gonna work. You have to be aware of it. or simply, go and, get a signal service. Now, signal service, I don't do signal because the responsibility comes back to me, and I'm interacting with my clients, with my people, with my subscribers. I'm talking to them on Skype, email, back and forth, doing webinars. The signal service out there, they just send you the signals, buy, sell. And if the trade goes bad, who do you talk to? There is nobody to talk to. Okay, so they don't. But to me, when I say, okay, sell this thing here, and then I get an email, okay, you said sell, I sold it and lost $2,000. Like, I get to blame for it. So I really don't like to, get that blame. Everybody has to learn and do it. I can teach you how to make the setup, how to find the setup, how to do this, set up these charts and this and that. But pulling the trigger is everybody has their own responsibility, and they need to be doing it. And in a way it's much better because me or any other teacher is not gonna live forever in this world. We're gonna die, right? So if you learn today, if tomorrow I'm not in this world, then you don't care. You can do it on your own. It's like learning how to catch a fish, then rather than just buy a fish every day. That tomorrow the shop is destroyed and you don't have a fish anymore, and you don't know how to catch one, right? So that's my idea, is that let me teach people how to trade. Maybe month or two, you subscribe, you learn, you leave, no problem. It's a lot of trade subscribers. They learned, they left already, and I have a lot of subscribers. They are sitting with me still today for 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. Oh, why? Because they don't have time to do the analysis, and they want my analysis, my insights of the where this pair is supposed to go. And if I said that, man, you know what, pound Aussie, like the other day, I said pound Aussie making a short setup and it's gonna drop, and it did, and I took the setup, and a lot of my subscribers, they also took that setup. Okay, I'm gonna be posting that trade, Euro Aussie, pound Aussie, both on the website, and on wherever I put place them, like maybe Facebook and here there, right? So you will see. And yeah, I had that thing on Telegram. Maybe I can. I don't know if I have this Telegram here. Let me just really. Oh yeah, here I do. I do. So let me see that if I can tell you. Oh, see, this is the last one. I said that GJ went up and has finished a butterfly pattern on 33-minute chart. Today is Friday, and lots of traders will be closing their shops. So we may see a drop because of profit taking. Let's see. So I found a short setup and I took it, the second degree setup, right? Now this one, you can see that I said now GA 7-minute short is ready. Let's see if it plays out. It didn't. That 7-minute setup, it didn't exactly where I was expecting, but it went up a little bit more, made a 20-minute short setup, and then it dropped, and I took it. Because the idea is that I was expecting a short drop, and I was ready. Now GA is turning bearish 33-minute, right? So GA was turning 33-minute to a bearish, and then either 7-minute or 20-minute. If 7-minute doesn't give you any, a red candle to take, that's fine, let it go. So it went all the way deep to 20-minute setup, and that's the one that I took, right? Now this one, you see that I said yen index 4-hour chart. If this TL hold, all yen pairs will go down, but this TL didn't hold. It went up. The price broke the TL and went up. That means the opposite of this, right? If it hold and this thing drop, the pair will drop. If we break going up, I don't have to write it. It's obvious. It's implied, right? So that's what exactly happened, and that's why I took the USD yen long and Aussie yen long going there. I didn't take pound or euro. Euro yen I just simply missed it, but pound yen I wasn't feeling comfortable because that the weakness of a pound. So when it went all the way up, then I says, okay, now I'm gonna go short there. And luckily, I still have like 30, 40, 40, 50 pips, something like that from there. So this Telegram channel, it's a big help for my subscribers, right? and just keep an eye there, eye on there. And then Balaji, let me ask you this: if I'm pronouncing your name right, if I'm wrong, I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm really sorry. Right? And but if, for example, if you are planning to take a setup like this one and then you're not sure, email me immediately, okay, on myforestmagicwave.com, and and ask me that, if what about this setup. So I'll let you know. I'll take a look. If I'm not watching it, I'll just quickly take a look, and then I'll tell you that, yeah, it looks good to me, and then you can open a trade there and try. Right? But there are other factors, like I said: timing, Fibonacci confluence, and the levels. If you have everything together and then you practice a little bit, you will become master in no times. Okay. So now I'm gonna close this video because it's already long, and but this is how it is. And just a matter of learning and putting a little bit of effort. Then once you do it, trust me, you will become master of it, and it will be for the rest of your life. Okay, so it's very important that you put some time and effort into it and learn. Okay, so this is it for now, and thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.